Once in the ancient world, there was a place unlike any other, a place that held the collective knowledge of humanity. Books from distant lands, ideas from different civilizations, thoughts written centuries ahead of their time. Then one day, it was gone, not erased in a single moment, not destroyed by one clear enemy, but lost forever. This is the story of the Library of Alexandria, and of everything we may have lost with it. More than 2,000 years ago, on the shores of Egypt, a city was born, Alexandria. Founded by Alexander the Great, it was meant to be more than just a city. It was envisioned as a center of the world, a place where ideas could meet, where cultures could speak to one another, where knowledge had no borders. At the very heart of this ambitious dream stood the great Library of Alexandria. It was more than a building filled with scrolls. It was an idea made real. The library operated under a unique and aggressive acquisition policy. Any ship arriving in Alexandria's busy harbor was systematically searched. Any book or scroll found on board was taken. The original was kept for the library's collection, and a freshly made copy was returned to the owner. It was a relentless quest for knowledge. Scrolls came from Greece, from the heartlands of Egypt, from the Persian Empire, and even as far as India. The collection was vast and diverse, covering every known subject: mathematics, medicine, astronomy, philosophy, geography, history, poetry. It was all there. The Ptolemaic rulers who sponsored the library also established a research institution alongside it, the Mausoleum, or Shrine of the Muses. Here, scholars lived, worked, and were paid by the state. They studied, they debated, they translated texts, and they questioned everything. It was the world's first true university, a magnet for the greatest minds of the age. Think of it as a supergroup of ancient intellects. Euclid, the father of geometry, worked there. Eratosthenes calculated the circumference of the earth with stunning accuracy. Archimedes, the brilliant inventor, likely studied there. How big was it? The numbers are debated, but estimates suggest the library held hundreds of thousands of scrolls. Some say as many as 500,000. Imagine that. An entire civilization's worth of thought stored in one place. It was humanity's grand attempt to understand itself and the universe. But knowledge, as we've learned, is fragile. The story of the library's end is not as simple as a single, dramatic event. It didn't disappear in one night. There was no one definitive fire, no single date we can point to and say, this is when it all ended. The truth is much more complicated and, in a way, more tragic. The decline was a slow, painful process stretching over centuries. Some historians point to a fire that broke out in 48 BC, when Julius Caesar was besieged in the city. His ships were set ablaze in the harbor, and the fire may have spread to parts of the library complex. This was a significant blow, but it wasn't the end. Later, in the 3rd century AD, the city of Alexandria was caught in the crossfire of Roman imperial conflicts. The area where the library stood was heavily damaged. Then came religious strife. As Christianity rose to prominence, pagan temples and institutions were targeted. In 391 AD, a patriarch named Theophilus ordered the destruction of the Serapeum, a temple that housed a smaller daughter library. This act was a devastating blow to the city's intellectual heritage. Over time, a combination of war, political instability, religious intolerance, and simple neglect chipped away at the great institution. Fires, conflicts, changes of power. Each event was like a page being torn from a book. Little by little, the library weakened. Scrolls were lost or destroyed. Buildings fell into disrepair. Funding dried up. Scholars left for safer havens. And one day, it was simply no longer there. It faded away, not with a bang, but with a long, drawn-out whisper. The ultimate tragedy is not just that the library was destroyed, but that we don't even know exactly what was inside it. That is the real heartbreak. What did we lose? We can only speculate. Perhaps there were books detailing the histories of forgotten civilizations. Medical treatises with cures for diseases we struggled with for centuries. Scientific discoveries made 2,000 years too early. Imagine star charts more detailed than anything that followed for a millennium. Or philosophical works that ask questions we are only now beginning to formulate. Perhaps there were plays by Sophocles and Euripides that are now lost forever. Or epic poems that rivaled the Iliad. We might have had answers to historical mysteries, detailed maps of the ancient world, or technologies that could have advanced human progress by centuries. The loss is not just about what was burned or crumbled. The true loss is what never had the chance to exist because its foundations were erased. Many people want to find a single villain. Who destroyed the library? Was it Caesar, the Christians, the Muslims? But pointing a finger at one group misses the bigger, more uncomfortable truth. It may not have been one person, one army, or one belief system. The slow death of the library was likely caused by something far more common: indifference, fear of new or challenging ideas, a fundamental lack of care for the preservation of knowledge. It shows us that sometimes the greatest treasures of civilization are not destroyed in a single violent act. They are simply abandoned, neglected, and allowed to decay until they vanish completely. This is a chilling thought. The legacy of the Library of Alexandria isn't just about lost books. It's about a lost ideal. The ideal of curiosity, of openness, of a world united by the pursuit of understanding. It was a belief that knowledge, for its own sake, matters. Its destruction is a powerful reminder of a critical lesson. Progress is not inevitable. Civilization is not a one-way street toward enlightenment. Knowledge can be lost. Hard-won wisdom can be forgotten, and once it is gone, it may never be recovered. Today, the physical library is silent, buried under the modern city. But its story still speaks to us across the ages. It poses a profound and urgent question. What knowledge are we protecting today? In our digital age, we create more information than ever before, but is it safe? Are we cherishing our libraries, our universities, our scientists, and our artists? Or are we in danger of letting our own great intellectual treasures fade away through neglect and indifference? The story of Alexandria asks us to look around and decide what is worth saving. Because what we choose to protect and what we choose to abandon will define what future generations know of us. What might we be losing tomorrow? Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit the like button and subscribe for more journeys into history.